Hi, Mr. Prospect. My name is Jonathan Vishnu, and I've been in this insurance industry for the past couple of years. And I represent the biggest insurance company in Malaysia. You would have guessed it by now. Yes, I am from Allianz. And not only that, Allianz is also the top 5 biggest company, one of the top 5 biggest company in the world. So we actually started off and came from a country known as Germany. As you know, anything that comes from Germany, I'm sure a few brands come to mind, Mercedes and all that. Anything that comes from Germany is of very high quality, and that's how they maintain their standards. So as you can guess by now, we have very high standards and we try to maintain them. Okay, so many people have asked me, why this line? So can I share with you something about my personal life, that actually why I started and why I actually joined insurance industry. It's actually quite an interesting story. Alright, so many years ago when I was growing up, when I was in secondary school, my dad sent me to Singapore to actually study. So I was in Singapore studying, and my dad was a real estate agent, and he was in Malaysia. He was based in Seremban. He was doing quite well. We were not very rich, not very poor, but we were comfortable to the extent that I actually went to Singapore to study. And after a few years, my dad had a terrible accident. And because of the accident, he couldn't continue working anymore. He became, eventually he became orang upaya. Okay, as you know. He lost the use of his legs, a normal use of his legs. He couldn't walk that well and all. So doctor advised him to actually stop working, and he had to stop working. This was a very big blow to our family. I was in Singapore, my mom was a housewife, she was in Seremban, and she was devastated. So I had to stop my studies in Singapore and actually come back to Seremban to be a support system for my mother. At the same time, I was promoted to the breadwinner of the family because of my dad. My mom couldn't go to work, she had to stay home to look after my dad. So I had to step up and I had to go and work. So my whole lifestyle changed in an instant. And what I didn't know was, at that time my father did not buy any insurance policy. So what happened was, our family's wealth, our savings and all were actually used to spend, it was used to spend on his medical bills, his treatment and all that. And a large chunk, almost all, the whole chunk finished on his medical bills and treatment alone. So that actually affected us very badly, and we became very down, and my whole lifestyle changed to a comfortable lifestyle to a very difficult lifestyle. How difficult? For example, when I was in the university, I had to work part-time and also study, and there were certain days where I used to Maggi mee, you guys nowadays eat 1 or 2 packets per day, right? I used to eat half Maggi mee in the afternoon, half for dinner. And that was my lifestyle. I was not complaining, but yeah, it taught me a lot of things in life. So I was very, not angry with my dad for not taking insurance, but I was actually angry with the friends that he had. He had many insurance agent friends, but none of them actually told him the importance of insurance and made him buy. None of them took the effort to actually make. Maybe they would have asked him, he said no, and they just left it like that. So that's why I decided to ensure that I educate and teach all my family, especially my family and friends, and teach them importance of insurance, because I don't want the same thing what happened to my family because of my father's ignorance, not buying insurance, that we suffered. So I don't want any other fathers, any other sons, daughters or mothers to suffer what we suffered. If my dad had bought insurance at that time, when we needed it the most, the insurance would have helped him for his treatment, paid for his treatment, and I wouldn't have need to come back to Malaysia to continue my studies. I would have stayed back in Singapore, finished my studies and settled down in Singapore. But unfortunately, things happen for good. I believe that everything happened for a good reason. There must be a silver lining to my story. So anyway, now I'm here, not to sell you any insurance, but just to share with you the importance of insurance. Is it okay, Mr. Prospect? Can I proceed? Thank you very much, sir.